Yeah, Kana Sugimura. It's my great pleasure to have you with us here. Actually, I would like to introduce you to people first, and then we can talk more about your profession. So, Kana Sugimura was born as a child of Japanese immigrants to New York. She attended her first violin lessons in Great Britain. She studied at Tokyo University of the Arts, Geidai in Tokyo. In which year did you study there?
I was from 2000 to 2004.
Okay, the same time
Exactly
when
the
I was
same
there.
time.
Okay. In 2004, she received a scholarship from the Japanese foundation Meiji Yasuda for foreign students. In 2005, she started studying under Professor Christoph Vekrin at the University of Music, Drama and Media in Hanover. Sugimura won numerous awards in different competitions. For example, like the International Violin Competition in Kazakhstan, the first international competition in Qingdao, China, the 36th international competition, the Jesus Musical in Belgrade, Premio Trio di Tisti. TST. Is it a solo for soloists?
No, that's a chamber music competition
okay.
in Italy.
Okay.
Trieste.
But not as a chamber music, but as
I was there with a pianist as a duo.
Okay. And nowadays you are working as a violin teacher here at the University for Music, Drama and Media in Hanover.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, that's a great career and history. So would you please tell us about, you came originally from America, I can say?
Well, actually, my parents are not immigrants. My father was just happened to be working when they had me there in New York.
America.
Yes.
Okay.
He was
Or in United States,
yes.
actually, not
Yeah.
America, United States, perhaps better
Yeah.
to say. And in this case, can I say that you are influenced by Japanese music also, or just European Western music?
I mean, I spent my high school and college years, as we spoke earlier, in Tokyo. And in that time, I had the possibility to go deeper in my Japanese roots. I also I spent a lot of time training what's called kendo, that's Japanese fencing. And through this, I learned quite a lot about Buddhism and the mentality of the society. In this way,
Did you play any Japanese instrument in this case?
No, but my
Okay.
father was a hobby shakuhachi player.
Okay, me myself, I played
Ah,
the
okay.
fue and the shamisen.
Oh, nice.
But in this case, for example, for me, it was full with microtones.
Mm-hmm.
Could you find these microtones in the Japanese music, or?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't perceive them as necessarily microtones, but I do remember very clearly on the floor of the string department was also the traditional instruments department.
Exactly.
And we would hear these traditional instruments from around the corner. And for me, microtone is, from any culture, very close to the language and the singing, of course. And somehow it has, for me, a lot to do with the maybe like the temperature or the seasons, the humidity. And yeah.
You mean it would bring a different atmosphere?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Maybe that's a good way of
So,
saying.
do you think if we have just these 12 tempered tones, would you differ the Japanese music from other music?
I mean, it's definitely a different approach or a different perspective to the world, I think. I mean, in the 12 tone also, especially with us, a string instrument, we vibrate, we give colors in different ways, and including microtones. But we spent a lot of time training to be very clean in a certain way. And I think these microtone or traditional music, it's like dialect maybe.
Exactly. Dialect or language?
Sorry?
Language or dialect? Because language,
Yeah.
dialect, it's
language
part of
is the big
the main,
difference.
yeah, exactly.
And then when you have to prepare a piece for a competition, for example, that comes from, I don't know, wherever, if you're doing a competition.
Mostly from Europe.
Yes, or if you have, like, for example, I did a competition in Bulgaria, I had to play a Bulgarian piece. There was no quarter tones or microtones involved, but you try to find the right atmosphere of the piece or the spirit.
Yeah.
And I think that's something close to I mean, it's not something different from 12 tone, but I think in the approach of finding the fine characters or the colors.
Exactly, how to play it or how to perform it, you mean, in the way with different colors, vibrato, tremolo, the sound, how it's dolce or sol ponticello.
Yes.
But I meant also with more 12 tones, also you could go to another planet or to another country.
For sure.
To another culture.
For sure.
Yeah. And for example, I try to, for example, our project tried to draw attention for this part of music, let's say science or music world, that there are other cultures, they are using other tones. These other tones are important to give a new color.
Yes.
And of course, this is what I meant by what's in Japan also. I mean, in Japan, for example, the first time I played shamisen, why this tone? I mean, it could be a little bit higher or down, then it would be either a sharp or a natural tone, yeah? But it was like that. It's the Japanese culture. It draws the Japanese character, yeah? Yeah, so, but how do you describe your experience here with the other musicians? I mean,
it's been really wonderful to hear these. Actually, I hear them for the first time. I even see them for the first time. The flute is very close to the nagi, very close to the shakuhachi. Actually, yeah. And yeah, it made
a little bit like koto.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. It made a lot of sense to me. It cleared the imagination and the reasons why the microtones are even there. It immediately makes sense.
Great. Would you describe, for example, musicians in general, like there were some pieces different from others, or musicians in general try to explain themselves in their pieces? There were a special piece that you found there is something special in microtones, or
even in this project?
Yeah, in this project.
Well, this Sabat piece is very special in this context. That it's for us, for me, who is not very much trained in this kind of microtone. It's a fantastic way to enter, because it's
of course with overtones, because it shows you how sounds, the harmony of sound.
Exactly. Yeah.
And for you, it was the first time you heard this overtone music, or to play. I'm sorry, to play.
Yes, actually, to really have the opportunity to, because the piece is written in such a way that it's so simple, but it's all about that interval.
Exactly.
So you have I had the time to really listen and understand and take in with my ears the world where he's trying to show. That was very special experience.
Yeah, and in this case, Daniel used an instrument with him,
yes.
like a device.
Yes.
So, do you think it was necessary to?
I think it was necessary for me to at the beginning. Otherwise, we can try, but of course, there's no definite right or wrong on this. The instrument it changes. 0.5 millimeter changes already.
Exactly.
Yeah. To develop the ear, I think it was necessary.
Yeah. So, for example, if I'll tell you we will make a project in the future in a country plays, the people there play microtones, would you be enthusiastic to go there, or for you it was the first and the last time?
No, I don't think it was definitely not the last time.
Okay, great.
No, but it's about meeting different maybe cultures, too much of a big word, but meeting different people and different ways of approaching the world. So it's fascinating. I would love to.
Yeah. By the way, Takemitsu wrote a
yes.
lot about microtones, and I think Akira Nishimura also wrote pieces for microtones. Yeah. So also Japanese composer interested in or interest in microtones. So I hope next time we will have the opportunity to play. I have many Japanese composer also in Japan, and they are writing for microtones. But unfortunately, the distance until now and Corona, so they couldn't come. I hope next time we will have you. And we will have also Japanese composer.
It will be a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me.
And hope to have you again also
Thank you.
in such a project.
Thank you very much for having me.